But what I'm so happy about for this tournament is it started off so bad, and I was able to turn it around. I won all the rest of my games. To be fair, I was able to go sleep, get a little bit better sleep than I did the night before. But I had to do some reflection and be like, all right, what the fuck is going on with me? And I just had to figure it out, you know. Every game I played got progressively better and better, I think. I feel like you could even argue that my second game was better than my first game, I feel like. Yeah, NA tournaments, it's all about the stamina. So, okay, this was the next day, and there's only 2 rounds on the second day. It's game 90, 30-second increment. Also, hi YouTube. And I was told that my opponent likes sharp, confusing chess, and that he plays the Najdorf, is what I was told. But I did not have a whole lot of time to prep, I don't think. I think I prepped for the wrong person or something, I don't remember. But, yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know. He's... When I heard that he played the Najdorf and that he likes confusing chess, it's like, well, god damn it, I'm not... It's obvious... I'm obviously not capable of doing that this weekend. But, again, I had to just be forced into doing it. He did it, not me. It wasn't my fault. So, okay, we get Najdorf. And I say, okay, bishop g5 is what I play. And, oh yeah, I did do a little prepping at breakfast, I think. Because I prepped for this line. And a little bit here, but not what he played. So, played e6. This is what I play with black. Bishop b7, queen f3, queen c7. Okay, this is all what I play. And, like, I don't know, I was having trouble figuring out move orders. I was wondering if g4 is any, like, is what the move order is here. I just castled. He went here, and I went g4. Okay, and I'll tell you when I'm out of book here. b5 is the, I think this is the old main move here, if I'm remembering correctly. I think lately it's been other things though, so I don't play b5 here. I play h6. Takes h4 and knight b6, which is the new move. So I didn't know what I was doing after b5, which is like, I should know, because a lot of people play this way. So I was like, alright, I think I vaguely remember something like this happening. Oh, he took with the knight, sorry. And then here, I sat and I thought for a very long time, because I was remembering that you sack a pawn here, and like he can take, but I didn't remember it being with check. I was confused. I was like, is it my king on b1 here when that happens? And I just didn't know what to do. I had the feeling that f5 is the right move here, which it is, but also I didn't know any theory, so I thought I would get killed. And it was just like, I do think I would have gotten killed if I had played the main move here, because he knew the theory and I didn't. I also was like, what's happening with this square? It's kind of weird. But yeah, he could do this, and bishop g5 isn't even the best move. White has full compensation here somehow, and like queen h5 happens. I didn't know any of this. So I decided to play a move like that, because okay, I still want to play f5 if he lets me, but I had a feeling it's not a popular move, and I didn't see anything immediately wrong with it. It's a fine move. So he plays b4, knight e2, bishop b7. And what is my plan here? I don't know. So it feels like his king is like, for the moment, it's okay where it is, but it feels like he's gonna need to make a decision about his king very soon. And I didn't want to commit to any sort of plan until I knew what he was doing. Also, I played king b1 because it's a useful move a lot of the time. And I was thinking if rook c8, sometimes like c3 or c4 in combination with rook c1 is a defensive idea. So that's what I was thinking. And plus I just wanted to see if he was going to commit to something. Like castles, I think I just might play f5 here. And then I have bishop h3 as an idea, and still sometimes I do this, even here. I don't know. So that's why I played king b1. And yeah, I think knight c5 is what he should play, and I was going to do this. I didn't know what was happening. This is definitely an improved version, though, putting the knight on c5 first and then castling, because then f5 is not so good here, I don't think. Because now he's going to have, like, well, I guess not. Maybe d5 here. This is a mess. I don't like this position at all, and then this is also loose sometimes. This feels bad. So, yeah, I think knight c5 is what he should do. But he played rook c8. And the threat is e5, obviously, and he wants to checkmate me, or at least take my pawn. So I think there's only one good response to this, and I had seen this before. So bishop h3, and so if e5 ever happens, then I just take, and then I take, and then this is black and resign. Okay, so that was my little defensive idea against any annoying e5 ideas. So my knight could just stay on d4. I gave it an exclam. I don't know why. I think I liked it a lot. So now knight c5, knight g3 is pretty forced because he was attacking my e-pawn. I played d5. Okay. This is the critical point in the game now. So the first move I was looking at was e5. It's what I should have played. It's the best move. I just didn't know how to evaluate this. Like, I felt like I was better because if he plays g6, I have h5 as an idea. But I went really crazy with the exclams. And I'm blocking in his bishop in. My knight is kind of forever on d4 now. And I think what I didn't like is I didn't like giving up f5 as an idea, as a plan. But I'm not really. Like, I can still try and play f5 at some point. Like, I could just defend this pawn in some way. I don't know, like this, and then play f5 if I want to. And plus, I don't even know what black does here. This is an extremely difficult position. It's unclear what black does here. Because, yeah, g6 just feels so weakening. Like, yes, this is awful. That move just feels right. And, I don't know. I think I was also concerned about knight e4 happening at times. Maybe not here exactly, but it felt like a commitment, which it is. But so I didn't fully stop thinking about e5. I didn't count it out as a move, as an idea. But I started looking for other ideas just to see if I had something better. Boy, did I find something. So I noticed that king in center. King cannot escape center because rook, if take. How king defend pawn? Also, now I'm going to have ideas of taking on e6. So now it's getting interesting. You thought it was interesting before. Now it's getting fucking interesting. Okay. So my point behind knight h5 is that if he has to play king f8, now I play f5, and it's like he just lured his king to a terrible square. And if he does like this, like he did in the game, knight takes g7, king f8, and it's like, oh, my knight, I'm losing a piece. And my queen's attacked, my knight's attacked, what do I do? Queen h5, there you go. This was my idea. So I have lots of threats. Currently the threat is, I think, taking. Yeah, I'm threatening to take on e6, which was another point of putting the king like that. It's like a one knight leap away from the queen. And so this feels pretty forced, because otherwise, like, okay, I'm threatening that. Like, I might play queen h6, just looks terrible. So I've sacrificed a piece, but this position is +4 for white. If I get excited and I play queen h6 or something, then I'm losing because he can just defend with bishop f8. However, f5 is extremely strong here, and black is completely losing. So this was a completely sound sacrifice, but what he should have done, what I thought he was going to do, I thought he was just going to play g6 here. And then I didn't know what was happening. It was like, maybe still knight g7, king f8, and like something happening here. I didn't know. I was like still figuring it out. But then he, played something else. I was thinking maybe knight f6, but like this isn't what I want. This isn't what I want. I mean, I feel like I'm playing for a draw now or a loss. I feel like I can't really win that easily anymore because he has this passed pawn. His pieces are all set up, his king is relatively safe, and, my pawns are kind of weak. I can hope for a sack on e6, maybe play h5 or f5, it's like what I hope for. But I also still have to worry about the knight always staying here, or I get mated somehow, sometimes. So, why not just rook g8? Rook g8. See, but, okay, now you're just like... Now I play e5. Yeah, now I play e5. And now if you play g6, I have knight f6. But in the other position, e5... Oops. e5... You play g6 right away. So I don't do that. But this is just a bad move order. And then I take with the... Oh, I don't know what I take with. I like both. Probably with the e-pawn, honestly. And you committed to just having your king in the center forever. And I'm gonna sack on e6. Like, I don't really care what you do. I'm gonna do it. So that's what's happening. I don't know what to tell you. Rook g8's not helping. Fuck. Okay. What were we looking at? We were looking at g6 here. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe I have this, and I didn't finish looking at it, and then he went here, so I was like, okay, I guess I don't have to worry about that. So I take, queen h5, f5. Fuck. Okay. Now the problem is, the follow-up is not that easy for me, but I have committed to this attack. So, I kind of got up and walked away because I had no idea what a defense even was. And I was like, I'm not gonna waste my energy looking for a defense that might not be there. So I just got up and I walked away and I was like, that's for him to think about. I don't need to waste my energy thinking about how to play this horrible position. He can do that. That's for him to do. So I walked away and I came back and I saw this move and I was like, oh, okay. So he wants to hide his king on h8. And now I only have one winning move. And remember, I'm not calculating well at all. So it's like I'm already gonna put myself in quite a terrible position here. This is my immortal game, by the way. I feel like. Yeah, I fucked it up a little in time pressure, but I mean this is my favorite Najdorf game I've ever played, is white. I don't have that many, but you know. So f6, sure. King h8. But if I have to take on e7, it's like, how good is this for me? Like, why did I sack a piece just to be down a pawn? His king is I think, relatively safe if I don't have a dark squared bishop. I mean, if he does something really, really terribly wrong, then yeah, I could attack him. But, I mean, this bishop's very good. He has a passed pawn. The knight's well placed. And I don't know. Like, I don't know how to evaluate this, but it looks very unclear. And I just didn't like how this looked. Yeah, so another option. That position is, like, a little better for white somehow, but I don't like it. That's not why we sack on g7 to get compensation for a pawn. That's not why we do that. So, okay, so queen h6 is another thing to consider. King h8, but now this is not even check, so we can play like, well, he has to play here. And it's like kind of the same thing, but my queen is now misplaced. It can't get out of there now. I have to spend an extra move to get it out. And if I'm not taking on e7, what am I doing? If I don't take on e7, I mean, so knight f5 is always an idea, always. But this is also always an idea, which is something I missed in the game. I played knight f5 eventually, thinking I was hot shit, missing this. My opponent didn't play it, but this is kind of a problem. That's what we refer to as a big problem. This is a lot worse than when I played it, but yeah. So knight f5 is a cute idea because, you know, they couldn't stop mate, but it's not really working. So that's not working either. So what the fuck do I do, is my question to all of you. My intuition was right, completely winning, but how the hell do I convert this into some sort of win? Just put your rook on c1? But then he goes king h8, and I just like wasted a move. So if I play rook c1, then I'm -4, but that was a good try. G6 is another thing I would really like to play, but I think he takes with the f-pawn. And if I take back, h6, what do I do? What now? Like the king is like, it's so fucking infuriating that the king is safe here. Yeah, queen h6, g6 is also not working. Because he's gonna play bishop f6 and he's gonna defend with the queen. Like, if I just go... Oops, not that. If I just go here, bishop f6, there's nothing. That was one of the main things they looked at in the game. I think it's about time that fucking idiot gets banned. Every time he comes in here, he just makes a shitty, stupid comment. Okay, The reason I'm asking you what you do is so that you can be engaged, because I didn't have a computer when I played the game, idiot. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Also, I also looked at this without a computer and with like a high-rated chess player and with my opponent and with a bunch of different people without a computer, so I already looked at every human idea. But Rook C1 is obviously just fucking stupid. It's just like so slow and it does nothing. So, no. Okay, so the only winning move is f takes e6. Listen, I wanted to play f takes e6. That was like kind of the whole idea of even bringing his king to a dark square so I could do this. But this is a huge commitment because you're just saying, okay, I'm just gonna be down material. And I'm gonna, like, I have to have a lot of faith in my attack. So, okay, so if here, now what? Yeah, that was like the whole idea of everything I did. And I wanted to play it, but I like couldn't figure anything out. So yeah, bishop takes, and what did I see here? I saw something very annoying. Yeah, if I go here, then I lose my queen. Just, you know, for people who didn't know. I was looking at something. I don't know. Like I'm looking at this now and I can't even find an idea to survive. Like, okay, I go king h8. I'm just taking here feels weird. Like that just feels very strange. It's the point. It's just doing that. Okay, but this requires me staying extremely calm here to see this. How do you just play like so many forcing moves and then you just like calmly give up 2 pieces for a rook and then just like do that? I thought it had to be forced. Oh yeah, someone was telling me like they like weed because they like feeling stupid, and I was like, I could just do that with chess. Like that's what chess does. But yeah, it's like a shift in the general feeling of the position that's so difficult. And again, I'm not calculating well, so it's like, okay, so you calculate this, and then you have to step back and objectively look at the right position, and then reevaluate everything, which is really hard to do. Even if it's on the board, it's hard to step back and reevaluate, let alone in some variation that you don't even know if is right or not. So, this is just like, you just have to like have faith in like how bad the king is and how good my pieces are, I guess. So, if he takes back with bishop, I guess g6 is strong, and if I played bishop f6, what? I don't get it. It's like, if you turn on the computer, so white has to play like the best move every move now in order to not be losing. But if I do that, then I'm winning. But that's like every game I play. It's so infuriating. Yeah, and then, you know, what the fuck? This is such a goddamn mess. I'm trying to understand the computer's idea. But I don't. Oh, fuck. Okay, so white is threatening knight c6 followed by rook d8? Is that the idea? What the fuck? If you get rid of the knight of that, then there's like, sometimes you play g7, there's that. There's like, holy fuck. Okay, so computer for some reason wants to play knight, to defend that. Oh, okay. So that is the threat. Okay, I figured out the threat. You could also play knight e6. So yeah. Okay, so I would have to find that move over the board with no time. That sounds awesome. I would definitely do that. Anyway, you see what I mean, though. I get into these positions where I, like, have to play like God, and then my position, or my opponent, just responds, like, plays only moves that are, like, very natural and easy to find. And so they don't get exhausted, I get exhausted. So this time I was trying to have a different approach. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let him figure everything out. I'll just let him figure it out, because now he has to play the best moves in order to be winning, or he's losing. So I played rook g1. My idea is I want to prepare g6, obviously. I'm threatening g6 immediately. Yeah, so I went from +4 to -5 with this move. King h8 is the only winning move, but it's also it's obvious because I wanted to play g6. And then here I kind of had a little goofy moment. To be fair, I don't have a good move here, but now I played f6, and my idea was that, okay, now if he goes here, I got 5. Like that? It's got a nice question mark on it. So, okay, here's my plan, right? Here was my plan behind this. I want to go to e7, block the queen and then play g6. That was my plan. That was the point of rook g1. So this move, I thought, naturally fit in with that plan. This is the line I looked at. However, slight problem with this move. Now I can resign. This is a typical Knight Orf game here. Okay, so this is a big threat. How the fuck do I defend against that? Because if I play like... No, that feels wrong. Like, both moves feel wrong because of this, but... Yeah, he could just play e3 here. So if I go here... I think Knight c3 works, honestly. And, like, this did nothing. I just moved the most important piece that was defending my king away from my king. But because I was letting my opponent figure all this out, as humans do, he came up a little short here. So he found the right idea, but his execution was slightly strange. He played that wild move. Same idea, but he's also blocking that stuff, so maybe that was the plan. And his point, I thought for a while, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, I'm losing because of bishop e5, and then this is unstoppable. But well, I have d4, and then I was confused. So I don't have a choice, I take here. And then I think he realized, I don't think he saw that here I have this move. And I think that tilted him, because black is still winning here. Black has an incredibly nasty move. But he just stopped looking here and played something else, because he was frustrated that he missed that. So, yeah, black is still winning because of this disgusting move. Bishop d5. Just fucking disgusting. And he's just doing this in some order or another. I have nothing to do about it. If I take, bishop takes e2. b3 first. b3 first is what I do. Because then if I go here, it's just queen a5. I think maybe both move orders might be good. Oh, or queen c4. There's gotta be like a forced mate. I guess it's not. I guess I just don't have a threat over here. So that's good enough. I wanted it to all be like... I can like threaten mate if I want to there, but it doesn't matter. So he stopped looking there, so I got incredibly lucky. And he made, I'm tilted. That's what this move said to me. Okay, now we're gonna guess the evaluation of this position. You think it's over. This game, man. The ending of this game fits in perfectly with the rest of it. That's all I'll say. 0-0. Exactly. It's dead equal. So, okay. Now I'm understanding that this is like a big fucking problem. Now I understand. So I'm like, I think I'm just gonna take that. That's what I think. I feel like I don't want that on the board. Hold on, I want to check how much time we had here. So it's moved 26. I have 18 minutes and my opponent has 19 minutes. Okay, so he recaptures because I took his piece. And then I thought for 5 minutes until I had 13 minutes left, and I played the only move that doesn't lose, thankfully. So if I play something dumb, if I just don't do anything, he's gonna play d2, he's gonna play bishop e4, and he's gonna mate me in some way or another. Rook d2 is never a thing, I don't think. Well, maybe it's... well... It's kind of slow, because I'm still doing this, but I'm also just not getting counterplay like that. So... I thought for 5 minutes, and I was like, alright, I need to get something going here. I need some counterplay. So it's the only move that doesn't lose. So queen h6, rook g8. And then, again, I only have one move that doesn't lose. I had the right idea, wrong move order. It all comes down to move order at this point. For an obvious reason that I didn't understand until after I had moved. Now I have 10 minutes. So we wanna do this, right? But one of these moves loses and one is equal. Yeah, that's the idea, but how do you decide how to do it? It's kind of obvious to me now, before he plays bishop e4. And listen, even if you play the right move, you still have to, like, follow up correctly and evaluate correctly. Yes, hamster ham. So I played h5, which is a blunder. Because my queen's trapped. I thought he was gonna play queen f8, and I was like, after I let go, I was like, oh fuck, I allowed queen f8, but actually queen f4 is very strong. The computer's confused. Okay. I like it when the computer's like, this is +6 for black, and then I play the move it wants to play, and it's like, +2. But okay, so now g6 is not possible, and I have nothing to do. My queen is in a box, and I can't do anything. But he had no time as well. So, what did he do? Oh, it's already in here. Oh yeah, so he played bishop e4. Queen f8. I'm just like much worse in the ending. It's like I have to trade queens, and it's just. I went through some variations with some people in this, and I was still able to hold a lot of the time somehow. It seemed like if I can play bishop g2 here, okay, the computer caught up, never mind, now it says it's equal. But that's what I kept saying in the post-mortem, I was like, if I trade off this light squared bishop, I mean, I just pick off your pawns and it's equal, so. But bishop e4. Now g6, now I'm doing fine. I fixed my mistake. So he takes, and I did a blunder here, another blunder. I actually have two good moves here. King a1 is fine. King a1 would be equal. I mean, you know, he has some ideas that he would like to get in. Under 10 minutes here. f7 is the other good move. But I thought I was being clever here with this. And so okay, I have a few ideas. So queen e3, threatening the bishop. I have ideas of sacking on e6 sometimes, and just like pinning this and winning it. I have ideas of taking here, and if pawn takes, this is checkmate. However, okay, now it's black to play and win. You have to find the only winning move for black. And I just counted this move because of something that didn't exist. So, yeah, so queen e5. And I was just thinking that that's not good. It's like you're just walking into a pin. I don't think I put that much thought into it. It was kind of like a fast move because I'm just running low on time now. But the idea is rook c2, and that's like I can't defend against that, which I don't think I saw during the game. I was blind to that somehow. There is so much going on though. You're bound to miss some obvious things, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he just goes here, and I don't have a good move. Like king a1, he still plays rook c2, and then still black has to play perfectly in order to be winning. It's just fucking complicated. e2 seems like a good move. Let's play queen b6, so try and trade some shit. I don't know what's happening. Oh, but then this is happening. Okay. Yeah, that's how black wins. Alright, we figured it out. But, you know, he had no time either. So he ended up blundering with this. It's equal again. So immediately when he played that move, I was like shocked. It's like, how are you? I kind of in my head, I had already decided that if he takes a rook off the back rank, that's not good for him because of f7. Because it takes away a lot of his options here. And I didn't know what he was going to do. I thought maybe d2 is what he has to do here. King a1. And then here? But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm just winning. Like, because I go h6. And the king is in a box. And how does black do anything? Yeah, black has nothing here. So, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, maybe black is losing. I don't know. So he goes here. And at first I was like, that's bad. But then the more I looked at it, it was like, wait, oh. I'm just like getting mated. Alright, so white's a play and win here. You have 5 minutes on the clock. Go. Everyone's watching. This is one fucked up position. So currently the threat is d2 check, followed by rook c1, I think. Wait, what's... Or maybe black has to throw that in, but I don't know. Black would be winning there. So everyone's guessing h takes g6. That's what I played. But You have to, like, find the right ideas. Okay, so I'm threatening mate in 1, but there's d2. And then, like, this is happening at some point. He just goes here. Bam! Absolutely fucking brutal. I was so fucking happy that I saw this. So, yeah, I mean, there's no good way to defend here, because if you take, then this is also checkmate. Bishop takes, rook takes, this is checkmate. I mean, there's just no good way to stop mate now. And I just go here. And then this is very sad, because he, like, tried this, and then I went here. So, and then he resigned. So I got to sack my queen twice, which was a lot of fun. This is checkmate. It is, yeah, it's an attempt. That's, I mean, he could try this. Like, he could try that. Just kidding. But anyway, that was a fucked up game. I was so fucking happy. And it was so scary too, because for a second I thought I was losing, and then I saw h takes g. I was like, oh my god, does that work? I had to really count real good. That's what I had to do. So, did you prep most? I prepped none of it. I was out of theory like almost immediately. I played a terrible move. Or not terrible, but h4 is just not correct. That was all me, baby. That was just straight from the... I don't think a lot of people could survive like one day in here, honestly. This is just how my brain works. But yeah, Nightorf.